Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today I have an exciting video of how to get rid of the third party. So this is videos for anybody that's got something or someone in the way of their relationship or their desired relationship. Could be video games, it could be a person, it could be someone's always busy. So whatever the item is, the complaint, that would be, the third party, so to speak. And I'm going to give you some tips on how you can get rid of the third party in your relationship. Just before I dive in to do that, guys, Megan's having a sale. She's got courses on how to stop the breakup, how to be pampered, spoiled. She's having a sale on all of her courses. So check out the link in the description below. And as you guys know from the last video, I did mention Megan was in a really bad car accident. So her best friend has started a GoFundMe. It's in the description as well if you'd like to help out. In the USA, the healthcare I hear isn't the best, but I'm intending that changes and that the healthcare is perfect down there and that, takes care of everybody. So, and of course, you guys know I have a course out, Create the Relationship You Love. It's an amazing course. It's about everyone as you pushed out and recreating anybody to create a relationship that you absolutely love. So let's dive straight into this, guys. Getting rid of the third party. Okay, so the first thing that I want to explain is that everyone is you pushed out. And that means that everybody is constantly overhearing your thoughts in your reality. Absolutely everybody. Your specific person, the third party, everything is constantly overhearing your thoughts, okay? There's no way to stop it. Your thoughts are constantly being broadcasted out. You're in your quantum bubble and you are like a radio broadcasting tower. Your thoughts are going out, going out. People are picking up your thoughts thinking it's their idea, okay? So it's always best to do things in the 4D energetically than it is to do things verbally in the 3D. Because if I say to Jerry, hey, Jerry, you know what, pick up your clothes, Jerry thinks it's my idea, obviously, because I'm saying it verbally to him. But if I think, oh, Jerry always picks up his clothes, he's going to pick up his clothes and think it's his idea, okay? So that's the first thing, is everyone is you pushed out and your thoughts are constantly transmitting to everybody, okay? So this is very important to understand, because when it comes to getting rid of a third party, you've got to change the story that's created the third party, okay? Because you've created it. So it's not about, it's about accepting that, going, okay, I created this, not thinking that it's something happening to you that's so terrible. Accepting that you created it is just like being at peace with it and then changing it, not ignoring it and staying at peace with it. Yeah, you don't want to have any emotions around it, but you don't want to sit in the, okay, you don't want to sit there. You want to go, okay, I've accepted, I've created this. Okay, that'll hopefully get rid of any negative emotions that you have towards this. Like, I'm a creator, my thoughts created it. Oh yeah, I remember the thought that created this. Okay, that's why it's there. What am I going to do to change it now? And starting to change your thoughts to change it, which we'll go into in a little bit. The second thing that I really want to point out here, maybe it's third, maybe it's second. Okay, but is don't ignore. I know some people say ignore the third party. Yes, you want to ignore the third party as far as not react to it, not, obsess over it, not have negative thoughts about it. But you do need to focus on the situation enough to change, okay, the situation, okay? So whatever thoughts that you had, okay, to create the third party, you're going to have to change to get rid of the third party, okay? So for instance, right, let's say that you said, oh, well, you know what, oh, the third party, she's so great, she's so pretty, and she completely loves them and she'll never leave them. Okay, well, you can't just ignore that you thought that and created that person to think that, because remember, your thoughts transmit. So as long as that's what your last thought on the subject was, it's going to stick with the person and they're going to constantly reflect that to you. So you do need to start shifting some of your story. My favorite way to do it is to say, look, you know what? No, they broke they know they're not good for each other. She's found someone better, or he's found someone better, and my SP wants to be with me and sees a life with me. So let's dive into that a little bit more, okay? Because everyone is you pushed out, okay, and they're always overhearing your thoughts. I suggest sitting down and taking a little bit of time and going, okay, what does my SP think? Okay, my specific person. What do they think about me? What do they think about my relationship with me? What do they think about the relationship with the other person? Of course, don't create it. Well, you can, or if you want, but I would avoid creating it like, oh yeah, you know what? they absolutely hate each other. Like, don't create trauma, and like baggage for your specific person. Okay. I would create something like, what, they're completely mature. They realize that they're not for each other because my SP realizes that he wants to be or she wants to be with me. Okay. And then the third party, what, they're totally over it. They realize that, what, they found someone better and they're happy and they're going to go get married. Okay. Or whatever. So create good things for everybody in your reality. I mean, you don't have to, but the thing is whenever you create something for someone else, you're indirectly possibly creating it for yourself or for somebody else in your reality. So I always say, be nice, create nice things for each other because you do have that power, right? Like you can create it where they both wake up one day and realize, we're not for each other. Okay. Now, take a look at what thoughts about yourself have created the third party. Have you been saying to yourself that I'm not good enough, that I'm never chosen, that things never work out for me? Okay, so if that's been your story about you, you need to change that as well to I am chosen. You know what? I'm always the one chosen. Okay, because you know what? Having a third party is like you can have them at any time and you can get rid of them at any time. You want to find out the story that you've created to create that third party. If your story was like, oh, you know what, the third party, she's like so hot or she's whatever, they always get the person they want. Okay, you're gonna need to change that story. Okay, so that's the amount of focus you want to put on the third party is enough to change the story into your favor because you did put some kind of focus onto the third party to create the third party to begin with. So just putting your head in the sand and ignoring that it's there isn't going to help. It's going to, you want to change the story that you have about that person. You want to change the story you have about your specific person, and you want to change the story that you have about yourself to make them all in line with your end goal, which is you being with your specific person and your specific person wanting to be with you now and always. Okay. So you want to start rooting that story out now. And once you get past that, and let's say you created a third party from the story that I'm not good enough, I'm never chosen, things never work out for me. Once you change that, okay, and you change that person wants to be with you, it'll take you through your whole relationship because at any point, Jerry can create a third party after he's been in a relationship for like 10 years with a teddy bear, right? So it's always fluid. So you want to make sure that, when you do root out that story, you root it to stay. And that's why you want to go through, what are your complaints about you? What are the negative thoughts that you have about you that is creating the situation? What negative thoughts are you having or complaints are you having about your specific person? What are your thoughts about that third party? Okay, now take all of those complaints or negative thoughts, cross them out and change them into positive intentions that are in line with your end story. If you hit all three of those areas, right, what you're going to do is you're going to ensure that you don't create third parties again in the future, right? As long as you stay on your mental diet and change your beliefs enough that you are chosen, you're going to be the one if that is what your actual blocks are. And then take it a step further, right? Start envisioning. What does your life look like with the person once the third party is out of the picture? What are you going to see, hear, and feel? What are you guys going to do together? What's your relationship going to look like? What's it going to look like the day when he asks you out on a date or proposes to you? Or, what are you guys going to do together? Are you going to wake up and have breakfast together every day or on the weekends? Are you going to have dinner and watch TV together every single night? Is he going to come over all the time? Is he going to move in? What does your future with your specific person look like? So once you start building that on the foundation of changing the story that got you three into this little tangle, once you untangle that, change the story about the third party, change the story about your specific person, change the story about yourself, then start focusing on what your end goal, what your end is going to be. Okay. I intend that helps each and every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and sharing and subscribing. We really do appreciate you here. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye-bye.